What's poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're taking a look at an anime review, one that has been in the books since December. I have been wanting to watch this since like September when I first heard about this. It is Zom 100. I loved watching the trailers, watching the screen caps, looking at all the TikToks. I even did a dub voiceover of this on my TikTok. I was that excited to watch it. I felt so much recognition with this character. From the trailers, I felt a solid connection with this character that I knew I had to watch it, and I am so glad that I did. The final 3 episodes literally came out yesterday as we speak, so I have literally just come out of watching it, and I am ready to do this anime review for you guys. So, without further ado, let's go to Google and see what that has to say about this series. So, an overworked young man creates a bucket list. Then a zombie outbreak erupts to make him feel like he's finally living. Gotta be honest, that is complete bullshit. That is not how the story goes. The zombie apocalypse happens first, which makes him want to live life, and then he creates the bucket list. And he doesn't actually create the bucket list until a couple of episodes in. So, here we go. What happens in this story is Akira Tendo, our main character, is happy, positive, and excited, and he goes to work at a brand new company which completely destroys his soul, completely destroys his spirit and motivation, where he has no more time for work, friends, girlfriend, family, TV shows, nothing. He is working and sleeping at the office and moping around, basically a soulless zombie working for this exploitative corporation. Then, one day, a zombie apocalypse outbreak happens, and he doesn't have to go back to work. He then gets his spark back, his joy back, because he doesn't have to go to work. He sees the world in a beautiful, bright, colourful world again, and I like how they do that with the zombie blood not just being red, but blues, purples, greens, and yellows. They're bright colours, contrasting with their grey skin. It is perfect. And he goes on a journey to basically get supplies and get beer from the shop, goes back home, and is going to have a movie day. That's what he wants to do. He wants a day off. He just wants to chill in his apartment. So he sits down and realizes he's out of beer. So he goes to get more beer. He meets up with a girl who decides not to team up with him because he's too much of a liability, because he went to get beer instead of trying to survive. We then go back to him basically being bored and writing down a bucket list of everything he wants to do before he turns into a zombie. He then goes to find his best friend, who is stuck in basically a GTA strip club, and he rescues him. And he decides he wants to become a comedian. His best friend wants to become a comedian. So he dyes his hair blonde, and they write down what he wants to do in the bucket list as well. So now they are working together in this zombie apocalypse world, trying to complete their bucket list. All 34 things, because they haven't reached 100 yet. We then have them continuing on. He wants to be a superhero. He wants to go on a date with a flight attendant, which just so happens he does fucking both of them. Surprisingly, I don't have a fucking clue how their look is, but they are so fucking lucky that every time they find something they want to do on the bucket list, that shit happens. So they have to be like the luckiest people in the fucking world. But they go on, they find the girl again, they decide to fight a shark, and he punches it square in the nose, electrocuting it with his superhero suit, which is so cool and such a brilliant idea. They then go find a camper van and go travel to the countryside to go find his parents. They then get trapped by his old boss, which again brings back the old sort of work mentality, and he loses his spirit. They then break free and go back to the forest, where they actually meet up with a samurai from Germany who is fascinated with Japanese culture, and they go deliver sushi, and the sushi chef, somehow still alive, makes some sushi, and it's the first time they have eaten good the entire series. They then continue off to the forest, meet a woodworker, and build a tree house, and then go and find his parents. They work on the farm for a bit. The farm gets infested with zombies because one of the dickheads is like, hey, you know what, I have a bucket list of my own, and I want to cause as much chaos and destruction as possible. So he lets the zombies in, they all have a big fight. Kento pretends to be a zombie and ends up getting the other guy killed, and everyone escapes and everyone's free, and they go back to the village, getting all the zombies out and rebuild, and then our main four guys dip to finish the rest of their bucket list, and they all had what they want to do, so now they have 100 things they want to do before they turn into zombies. Their sort of way of thinking is extremely weird, though, because they would rather be a zombie than not do what's on the list. And you're going to be a zombie anyway, so, you know, it's kind of a lose-lose situation. But this series is incredible. I think you should definitely go watch it. It is only 12 episodes. You can bash it out in a day. It is so bright and colourful. The characters are really creative, and they're not just like monotone characters. They're not the basic main characters. This guy is so positive and so happy, and he spreads his happiness to everyone else. Watching this anime got me giddy, got me hyper, and got me excited, and made me want to do some more stuff with my life instead of just sitting in the room watching anime. He made me want to go outside and actually touch grass. This anime is great, and the story is very lucky, and it seems very, you know, like, obviously they're going to do all 100 things on their bucket list, but that just seems too easy, and everything happens is very coincidental, and it is interesting how it all happens and how it all unfolds, so seeing how they tick off each one of their list is really cool. I just love how excited he is and how all their personalities kind of clash together, but they work together really nicely. With the comedian always stripping down naked and somehow managing to work that into every fucking victory they pull off. Every plan they have, he manages to pull off being naked and, you know, doing something whilst being naked. I don't know why he has to be naked in every plan, but they manage to do it, and it is really clever how they actually do it. We have the girl here who's like the stereotypical must survive, must have a strategy, must do this, must work alone. But she opens up and is more welcoming to being a part of a team. And I like that. I like how they nicely build the team throughout all 12 episodes. I would have liked to see Beatrix a little bit more and explore her character a little bit better, because all we really got from her is that she's fascinated with Japanese culture and she's a really cool samurai, and she's one of the main members of the gang. So we have our group, we have our story, we have the colour scheme. It is so bright and colourful. I genuinely cannot get over how colourful, how beautiful this anime looks with all the like bright colours and the contrast between the grey zombies but their blood being so rainbow coloured. It just makes for it to be not as gory and as welcoming to, like, you know, younger ones, but also really interesting as well, with like the seeing everything in grayscale, not having any colour, fun or excitement to your life, and then when a zombie apocalypse outbreak happens, all that colour emerges and you see it through the zombies. But it's also the nice contrast of them still being grey, like he was when he was at the job and he was like a zombie. So we have that contrast where you lose all your colour, you lose all your fun when you become a zombie, and you become that grayscale again. To be fair, some of the stuff that happened in the series was very far-fetched, very overdramatic, like they fought a zombie shark which was running around on land because it ate some workers. Very far-fetched, but very badass. How they took out that shark was really cool and felt like a shonen superhero manga anime, and I was all there for it. I was hyped. I was a little confused and shocked at first at how they managed to pull it off, but it was excellent. And our team is just goated. Our team that we get to know is genuinely some of the best characters you'll ever see, and I 100% go watch this. I genuinely cannot get over it. The comedy is actually funny. It actually lands. I was laughing. I was crying at the end when the bad guy died. They gave him such a compelling backstory and origin of why he became this evil. And we can sort of see how similar he is to Aki. Akira, whatever he's called. And you can see how Akira could have quite easily come out and turned out the exact same as the bad guy. And that is just such good storytelling that the hero and villain are so similar, but their mindset is just that slight difference. And it's just that separates them. How they think is what separates them. And that is just so perfect, good storytelling. And I loved the fact that it was Bryce Papenbrook that voiced this guy. I missed him. After watching the Attack on Titan final, I missed Bryce Papenbrook, and I'm glad that he came back into my life with this character here. To be fair, they had the same reaction when the zombie apocalypse happened, and I'm going to be honest, I related more to the villain than I did with Akira, and I kind of hated that, but the villain's really cool. I'll be doing a Lego custom on him very soon. But that's pretty much it. If you do want me to watch any other anime, please do let me know. Leave me some suggestions in the comments below. This anime is straight 10 out of 10, not accepting any Zom 100 slander. It is genuinely such a perfect anime. And an anime that I'd give to someone that was just starting. If you were giving an anime to someone who just wants to get into anime, start watching it, Zom 100 is perfect. I would definitely give them this as the starting anime. This is a 10 out of 10. Would watch again. 100%. So that's it. I'm actually done now. I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next one. Have a nice day and goodbye. If you do like my content and you do want to see more from me, you can watch more videos on the channel. I review anime, films, series. I even make Lego customs on them. And if you don't want to stay on here on YouTube, you can go over to the link in the description of this video to check out all the other stuff that I have to offer over on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Cameo, and all stuff like that. But I hope you all enjoyed. I'll be back again tomorrow with another film review, hopefully on Captain Marvel. All right, bye-bye.